everybody and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. You're probably thinking, oh my goodness, Neve has released a video in a more shorter time span than the pattern my videos were going already on my channel. A massive welcome to all new subscribers that have recently subscribed to my channel. A big thank you as well. It's a bit surreal, to be honest, because I never thought in a million years that I would actually start with YouTube, but here we are, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds and brings. But yes, so as April is coming to an end, I thought today's video would be a perfect opportunity to go and pick my May TBR. So if you're new here, TBR is essentially to be read. So it's books that I plan to read throughout May. That is just a little rundown of what it is. So I was watching a YouTube video the other day. I cannot remember what her channel name is off the top of my head. I will get it up and I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. Check it out, it was a really good video. But essentially she had this jar and it had different prompts for different types of books to put in her monthly TBR, and I thought that's such a good idea, but I'm gonna do it slightly different to how she had done it. I went onto Pinterest and I searched up some book challenges or like book prompts that would help me pick out my books for my TBR. So the one that I have found is by Emily the Book Nerd, or emilythebooknerd.com, and it is the Nerdy Bookworm 50 Books a Year Reading Challenge 2023. But I'm just going to take out a few numbers here and there and just see what the prompt is. I'm going to use my Alexa to give me some random numbers between 1 and 50, and we'll see how we get on. I'm going to start with my first book for my TBR because it is my current read, so it won't be picked out. It is a different book to what I said in my previous video if you watched that. If you didn't, it was Icebreaker, but I had only just started it and then my bookmark fell out and I was like, I really actually want to I really want to read the rest of the Twisted series because I had recently bought Twisted Hate. So that is the first book in my TBR. I have started it, but I'm most probably going to finish it in the early days of May. So yes, that is the first book in my TBR. So I'm going to give myself about 4 to 5 books, maybe 6. Let's do 6, let's go with 6. I'm starting off light and easy. Don't want to overwhelm myself too much to try and finish all these, but I'm going to aim for 6. So I'm going to pick out, or I'm going to randomly pick out 6 numbers and then we're going to see what them prompts are.
Here's a number between 1 and 50. It's 8.
Okay, it is number 8, and that is a book that is set in the decade you were born in. So I was born in the 90s. I don't know if any of these are set in the 90s. I don't actually have a book set in the 90s. Oh, this is embarrassing. After some research, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to skip that prompt because I don't have any books set in the 90s at the moment. Maybe that's something I'm gonna have to try and buy next. I'm gonna have to make a list of all these books I need to buy. Let's try this again.
The number between 1 and 50. It's 36.
36. Read a graphic novel, manga or comic. This is going off to a fantastic start. I don't have any of them either. Oh my goodness. I'm definitely gonna have to make a list of books that I need to buy. Ugh. 3rd time's a charm, they say.
Here's a number between 1 and 50. It's 34.
34. You've got to be kidding me. Read a celebrity memoir. I don't have one of those either. This is turning out to be a major fail.
Here's a number between 1 and 50. It's 33.
I think we've got a winner here, finally. A book that has a cover you love. Ooh. So, book that I've picked for that is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I believe, because this is the only cover I've seen of it, this is the UK cover. I have seen different other covers for this book, but I think they're only US editions. I know anywhere else in the world that have them editions, but I think this is the only cover that I have seen in the UK. But yeah, I just love it. Like look at that. And pink's my favourite colour, but I just really like that cover. I think it's cute. I do know that this is linked, or it's not linked properly, but it's linked to her other book, Caravel, and I haven't read them yet, and I haven't got them. Hopefully I'll be able to read this without having to read them ones first, because I have seen that you don't have to. Hopefully I will be able to get any like references. It's not going to be too hard to understand them references, but yes. I also just want to point out, them 6 books are in addition to that first Twisted Hate one, so 7 books in total, but then that makes it uneven. We're going to take it to 8. We're going to take it to 8.
Here's a number between 1 and 49. It's 12.
It is a Goodreads 2022 winner or nominee. So we're gonna head to Goodreads. So the only book that I really had under that prompt of Goodreads 2022 winner or nominee is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I can't remember what category it was, but if I can find it again, I will put it on the screen somewhere. Don't know what my hand was doing there. So I have gone for 2 options for this prompt, and that is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace and Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. So I do know that Tessa Bailey, she does contain some steam and some spice within her writing, but I do know that this is a bit on the spicy and steamy side as well, from what I have heard on BookTube, Book Talk and everything. So I think I'm gonna go for Icebreaker, because it was originally gonna be my current read. So we're going to add this to it.
The number between 1 and 47. It's 37.
37. Read an author's debut book. Okay. Again, I think I'm going to have to do some research. Just had a quick look on Goodreads just to see if any of the authors that I have in front of me come up on any of the lists for debut books. This one came under novels, and that one is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. I have the cover with the Netflix sort of movie poster.
Here's a number between 1 and 46. It's 20.
20. A book title that starts with the word the. Let's have a look. So I have a big selection here of books beginning with the word the. So I'm not sure how I'm going to break this down. So for that prompt, I just got all the books that I showed you previously, and I just said to my Alexa pick a random numbers between 1 and 10, and she picked number 3, and that was The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. Hopefully that's how you pronounce it. I'm really sorry if I butcher any of these surnames. I totally forgot to record when I asked her to pick a number, but she picked 18, and that is highly anticipated read. So I'm guessing that is for myself, what I anticipate, like what I'm excited to read. So what am I gonna pick? I think I'm gonna go for this one, and this book is A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's just because it has been sitting in my bookshelf for a while, and I've seen everyone else starting to read it and pick it up and getting the series started. And also I had started it once before, but I DNF'd it just because I wasn't really in the mood for fantasy, but I think I'm really ready to start it now.
Here's a number between 1 and 45. It's 11.
11. Read a book with a number in the title. So the only books that I really have with numbers are A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy and One Last Stop by Casey McQuistion. Hopefully, again, I probably butchered that. So what am I going to go for? That is a really big book, and this one's slightly smaller. So I think I'm going to go for the slightly smaller one, just because I'm trying to think of time, and I don't want to be overwhelmed with such a big book with small writing. So we're going to pick One Last Stop.
The number between 1 and 44. It's 2.
2. A book with more than 300 pages. Okay, that can be any of these books. So I have got free reign. I think I'm gonna go for a classic. if that's what it's called, and that is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, just because I've not read it yet and I really do want to get it started. It is a lot, but yes, make it different. There we have it. I have May's TBR to try and challenge myself to get through. As I said, I'm not going to sort of try and rush to get through these books. I'm just going to try and get through as many as possible. If there are any that I don't finish or don't get to, I'll just bring them back to the pile for next time we pick out my next TBR. We've now come to the end of this video. If you have any recommendations on books or any recommendations on video ideas, I would very much appreciate it, so remember to leave them below. I hope you guys have a lovely day wherever you are. I will see you all again very soon. Bye!